to us about programs that are being established and developed for the L. Frazier Banks High School. Mr. Smith, are you here? If you could come forward. You all may have heard some things in the news media, and we've been talking with Mr. Smith for some time, and they've been working on cleanup out at Banks School, and I just wanted him briefly to bring the council up to date.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
My name is Marvin B. Smith, Jr.
You speak in the microphone.
Okay.
You
Your name
lift
is
it up.
Marvin B. Smith, Jr.
You can raise it up.
You can raise it up.
Okay. Something new to me. My name is Marvin Bryce Smith, Jr. I am the CEO and founder of the Gold Institute of Construction, Technology, and the Arts. The school, basically the way it's set up, it started out about a year ago. I met Mayor Bell over in the park when they were doing the Four Girls Memorial, and I told him I had an idea. And now here we are a year later, and I'm standing before the City Council. I'd like to thank Councilman Rafferty for giving me an opportunity to be able to meet John Colon and various people of the staff to get me started at this project today. And I have my volunteers here as well, and Mayor Bell, I'd like to thank you very much for giving me this audience today. What I have here is a map. This is a conceptual plan of what we plan on doing there at the bank site. We've put a lot of work into it at the time, thank you. And each person will get a copy of it, no problem. What it does, it depicts this part of the campus, and then according to Mark Burns, my architect, he took the time to give me a conceptual plan of the whole valley there. Right now, we're just dealing with this site here on this side, and it's a 24-acre site. We have plans for a nature walk through here. We have also, there was an idea a long time ago I've heard about it, we can actually put a skateboard park here. And then we have the series of buildings that are here as well. Across the street, it's just a conceptual plan, but eventually we'd like to expand across the street. At this present time, we have volunteers that have been taking the time to put a lot of work in the property. It's a total of 24 acres, like I said. And we also have another opportunity here where the volunteers are here today, and I'm going to present them here in just a few moments. They have worked very hard. They work for free. I'm a volunteer too, and I'm right there with them every time. We've been here for the last 6 weeks working very hard. The school was beat up very badly. It closed down in 2008, and then for the last 6 years it's been vacant. We have taken the time to set up a business plan. I have a business plan that I will give each person. This business plan will be submitted to everybody here at the City Council. It's 95 pages long, and I put in a lot of time and effort to get to this point. As for the cleanup, we initially, me and Mayor Bell, we sat down, and he asked me what I needed. And I told him I need some dumpsters to clean the place up first. And he gave me the dumpsters. We have 2 dumpsters. He told me, he said, Mr. Smith, you take care of the inside, and we'll make sure we take care of the outside. The campus is looking a lot better. It's being cleaned up very well. I know wintertime is here, so we need another cut. But other than that, I mean, talking about the grounds outside, but we're looking pretty good. At this present time, we have half the facility cleaned up. The buildings are set up, it's 9 buildings total. And the way it works is that of those 9 buildings, they go through A through G. Then we have the central building right in the middle. And that's the main hub of everything. It has a cafeteria that will feed about 500 people at a time. It also has a theater that will hold 1,000 people. It has a lower deck and an upper deck. It can be, and it will be, very nice when we're done. The other 9 buildings are smaller buildings. They go through A through G. And the G building, as well as the F, E, and all the cafeteria areas, and the upper level of the deck area, which you talk about the theater, it has been cleaned. There's no more trash there. It has been cleaned up. We have moved about 6 full roll top, they call them roll out dumpsters, 32, 34 cubic yard dumpsters, and we actually fill them up to capacity. Now, how does that work? The volunteers, we drag them out something called sleds, and those sleds are plastic, heavy plastic sleds. We load it up we drag it down the hallway, we drag it through the school, and we throw them in the dumpsters. And we have done that time and time again, and we have half the campus clean at this present time. There is a lot of graffiti in the building, but we are working on just getting it cleaned up first. We still have more to do. I met with Jarvis Patton the other day, and I put in a request for 3 more dumpsters because we have a situation where we have a lot of people coming on board, volunteer-wise. I've been told that the National Guard would be happy to help us out. Also, I've been given the opportunity. There's a place called the Donner Project. This is a place where young men and women come out of prison and give them a fresh start. They want to come and help. And then we also, my group here that's here today, it consists of veterans of war. I call them young warriors because some of them are only 20 and 22 years old. And then also I have another group of Banks alumni. They are involved, and I'm really excited to see that. And then we have another group that's just an older group of people that came to board. And then we have another gentleman by the name of James Crawford. He came in and brought his team in, about 4 or 5 guys. And he said, Mr. Smith, we got to help you. And I said, okay. So we're moving forward with the project of Maribel. We signed the Memorandum of Understanding as of September 10th. And we are extremely excited about it. In fact, I was overjoyed when I signed it. But I have a lot of work to do. I've only been given about 9 months plus 3 months for an extension to get it all together. This is a big project. I've been told I'm a dreamer, but I am a dreamer because if you don't dream, you can't go no further. And this is so important to move forward with this project. So I'm really happy to be here. What I like to do is introduce my volunteers, if they would come up right at this present time, and I'll show you my volunteers. These are the volunteers that have been working so hard to help me out with this project, and as you can see, we have quite a few of them. They're not all here. It's about a total of 50 volunteers that have been helping with this project. And then in the end, what we do is that we have lunchtime, and Domino's Pizza, not Domino's Pizza, but Papa John's, they are one of our sponsors. They give us the pizzas at a very good price. Sometimes we go to Church's Chicken, and we make sure everybody's fed properly. And then also Coca-Cola Bottling Company. They're also our sponsor. They give us all the drinks. That's Coca-Cola Birmingham, not anywhere else, but Coca-Cola Birmingham. They give us all the drinks we need. If I said I need 1,000, I'm going to be feeding 1,000 people a day. They will supply 1,000 drinks for us. And then also Home Depot, they've been real good to us. They give us our dust masks, sweeping compound, and all the other things that we need in order to make this happen. So here's as you can see, here are all my volunteers. It's quite a few of them. And City Council, I introduced my volunteers. I'm so proud of them. They have done a really good job, and they come and work tirelessly all the time. And I'm just so proud of them because I couldn't do it without them. And they'll let you know that when it comes down to cleaning, I'm right there in it. I don't move. One of the men called me a mule the other day because I was just pulling so hard. I got to get all this rubbish up because Maribel was kind enough to give me an opportunity to put this together. And I'm just so excited to be here.
Mr. Smith, first of all, let me say thank you to each and every one of the volunteers who are working so diligently. Council, you may be aware that several months ago, and probably over a year, there's been criticism about the condition of Banks School. There were records that were left in the school by the school system. We had some people go in and out of the building to show that the building was not secure. Mr. Smith came forward with an idea. Now, we're a long ways from him being able to implement the program itself, but the first step is to demonstrate that he had the support and the volunteers to clean the school up. And that's where we are today. We're taking this step by step to try to rehabilitate that property and put it back to a good use in the community. So I want to thank all of them for their continued belief, their continued effort to make that a project that we all can be proud of in the future. So I just wanted to make the council aware of it. Say thank you to all of them. Thank you all. Council. All right.
Actually, I had something for the mayor, but I will tell you that I am excited to know that something great is happening at the Banks, former Banks High School, which ended up being, I think, a middle school before it was all over with. That something is actually happening with that. So many other things has occurred with it. And so I applaud your efforts. And even when you're volunteering, I always tell people you'll know the heart of people, because if you're willing to do something and not get paid for it, that actually means you believe in it. So I'm really happy for it. It is taking blight out of the community, is giving the surrounding homes in that area a breath of fresh air, and is letting people know we do have pride on the eastern side of Birmingham. So I'm very excited. Yeah.
All right. Council Hoyt?
Yes, I'm just ecstatic about what you all are trying to do, but I do want to say this because I think it's always important that the counselor, the Patriot counselor from that district, is brought up to speed on where you are with this project. I just believe that,
Well,
you know, and so I'm hoping that, because I got a little note that said, you know, she hadn't been informed, so I'm hoping that you all inform, and you know, it's not up for debate. I'm just saying we just need to work together, you know, because it's going to take more than one council to vote for this when the mayor brings it forth. But I think it's an excellent reuse for this property. I really do, and I'm glad to see all these volunteers. Y'all look so wonderful. I mean, really, you look like the city, and a city of hope. So we appreciate that, and keep doing it. And I might come out there one day and buy you some lunch, bring you some lunch.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. I think it's good. I really think it's good.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay.
Mr.
Thank you all very much.
How many volunteers do they have? I put my name back up so you went, huh?
Oh,
Well, total, here today, we just have a fragment. It's about 50 total. It's just what happens, they come in at different times. Sometimes they work for about an hour. Sometimes they work for
So
2.
when do you think you have the most amount of people, on what day?
We only meet on one day, on Sunday, from
Sunday
9 to
at
4.
what time?
Yeah,
9 to 4?
Yes, 9 to 4.
9 A to 4 P?
Yeah, 4 P.
Uh-huh. And I agree with Council Hoyt, because I know how passionate and protective that I am about District 1. Get with your counselor.
Well-
It always helps to bring about a healthy relationship, so that your council member, like for me, that's the first thing I'm thinking is how I can get you some food. You see what I mean? Well, that counselor may want to do something else. You know, they may want to add something to what you're doing, or even contribute to what you're doing. You see what I mean? And so it's always good and healthy to have both sides of the hall where you're communicating what you're doing.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but from the very beginning, we have always communicated with each other, and she's done a great job.
Okay, but I think she thinks she's being left out. Now,
Well,
I want to be direct.
well-
if you hearing that from
Hold on,
another council member, that's why I'm saying that.
I thought we kept you up to speed as to the cleanup. You and I talked about that before.
At this point in time, after we talked about the MOU last year, I did step back like you asked to see what was produced, but I hadn't received any communications.
The only steps that we've taken is just to clean up, and that's why
No,
I
I
said that.
understand. What
Yeah.
I was saying is what came out in the press and what's before me, which is absolutely wonderful, I had no idea about until the presentation this morning.
About the cleanup?
Correct. But that's quite all right. I would expect that we'll be able to work going forward. I was just a little taken. I didn't know about the success of the program. But I did know that there were things moving because I drive past the school every single day coming home from work. But I was just curious. And I'm glad to see there's good things going. And I'm sorry that there's a little bit of uncomfortableness, but we do need to get together and start talking more.
Well, I appreciate it. There's no problem. What I was just saying initially, we started talking about a year ago, and we had many correspondence on the phone. We had email addresses. Information was sent back and forth between the two of us, and I couldn't have done it without you, to be honest with you.
I'd like to be on top of it and be more engaged in the process, because I also, like we said the last time we spoke, I've got something for the other side of that street. So we can interchange on that again. We just need to open the lines of communication again.
Mr. President.
All right.
May I
Thank
ask,
you.
what is this gentleman's name? I got your number, but I don't
My
have your
name is Marvin Bryce Smith Jr.
Okay, I'm going to say Marvin Smith,
Yes,
Jr.
yes.
Okay, I got
And
that.
my father was a foot soldier,
Okay,
and he was
Okay.
born in Fairfield, Alabama.
okay.
I was born in Fairfield, Alabama.
Well, I ain't trying to lock you up. I just need
You
your
don't
name
have to
so I
lock
can
me up.
associate it with the phone number. All right.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your work. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay.